Have you ever felt stuck in your career? You feel like you're ready for the next step or a promotion, but you're not sure how to make it happen. Well, you're not alone. So many people hesitate to put themselves forward for promotions even when they're fully capable. Some people believe that they need to meet every single qualification before they apply for a new role, but really, that just isn't the case. There's a common misconception that men apply for promotions when they meet about 60% of the requirements, while women mostly wait until they meet 100% of them. New research suggests that that gap isn't as wide as we thought though, because both men and women tend to hesitate unless they feel highly qualified. But men still seem to be more comfortable putting themselves forward with fewer requirements. I was recently out for dinner with a group of friends and I had two separate conversations about how people thought that they were hesitant to put themselves forward for a promotion or even to demand the promotion that they were overdue and capable of accomplishing. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can push through that limiting mindset and confidently step up to the next level of your career. Hi there, and if you're new here, my name is Stephen. I'm a career and talent strategist who prepares people and organizations for the future of work. The first issue to making sure that you actually, and I mean actually, internally and at your core, is to recognize your value. One of the biggest mistakes that professionals make is underestimating their readiness for a promotion. The truth is, you don't need to tick every single box to be a strong candidate. Sometimes, actually more often than not, if you have most of the criteria, it's just your lizard brain afraid of change that's holding you back. Think about it. Companies aren't just hiring based on a checklist. Sure, if they're thinking strategically, they're looking for people that fit that ideal, but fundamentally, they're looking for potential. They're looking for leadership qualities, and they're looking for the ability to grow with the role. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, was more than qualified for a leadership role in her company where she'd been successfully working every day for over 5 years. But she hesitated to apply because she didn't meet every academic requirement. After we had a few chats, we were able to highlight to her that she had more than enough skills that they were looking for that had been built up over time with her practical hands-on experience. We practiced making sure that she was highlighting her leadership skills from an interpersonal point of view rather than her technical skills, and she was able to show that she would be an excellent leader within their collaborative company culture. A little over a year on from that now, and she's flying it with their bosses being very happy with her vision and her initiative for the team, far more than they feel that they would have gotten if they had someone who didn't have her culture fit and interpersonal skills. Have you ever hesitated to apply for a role because you didn't meet 100% of the listed qualifications? If you have, share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. Another powerful way to recognize your own potential is by seeking feedback. Sometimes we don't see our own strengths clearly. That's where mentors, colleagues, or even managers can come in. If you're not familiar with the concept of the Johari window, it's where we can learn about ourselves through what we know and what others know about us that we might not know. This is where we know what we know what somebody else doesn't know. But the key part of our learning is what other people know about us that we don't know about ourselves, and that is where our greatest growth opportunities lie. I've been fortunate enough to be both a mentor and a mentee on multiple occasions through various networks. For those of you who think that you don't have enough experience to be a mentor, I'll really just encourage you to go back and watch the last part of this video about recognizing where you might have strengths that you don't realize. But for those of you who are looking to progress your career, I strongly encourage you to find someone who you can talk with and get some feedback from. There's a range of options out there to help you to find a mentor and how to structure such a relationship, either on a voluntary or paid option. Every time I've been in a mentor-mentee relationship, I've gotten immense value from it, regardless of which role I played, so I strongly encourage you to explore it. Promotions aren't just about qualifications though. They're also about visibility. If no one knows what you're capable of, how can they consider you for the next step? There's a concept of being an emergent leader and an effective leader, and these two things aren't the same. Being an emergent leader means that you're noticed for the work you do, often because you're good at making sure that those people notice. Emergent leaders are not necessarily effective leaders, but they can be. So even if, like me, you hate the idea of politicking or trying to promote your own efforts, there is a more often than not real need for you to make sure that the right people are aware of your actions. If you don't share your successes, or if you don't have a mentor or someone in the rooms that you're not in promoting you on your behalf, you may need to do a little bit more work putting yourself out there. I meet a lot of people at networking events like the Dublin Chamber of Commerce, and it's incredible to see how many people in there are working in different organizations than they would have been a few years ago. But it's really because they're constantly out there meeting people and spotting opportunities. They're able to take a more strategic view of their career path and make things happen. So even if you're not an extrovert, now I don't think there are such things as pure introverts or pure extroverts, we're all ambiverts, but that's a topic for another video. You should be putting yourself out there a bit more to make sure that you're networking and staying visible. Your next opportunity might be closer than you think. You just have to step forward and take it. And I really hope that you do. If you have any thoughts or comments about this, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Hope to speak with you soon.